My name is Gino Rivera, the Frank Sinatra of the Spanish Mafia, the Puerto Rican Pitbull, the Latino Al Pacino, and you are listening to RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated. Why? Because I told you so.
RMP Radio is back on the air. Hi, I am your host, Mr. Fourth Row, and joining me once again to preview an upcoming special event that we've got coming up here for Rocky Mountain Pro, I've got the Encyclopedia of RMP, Lucas Bradwell. Lucas, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been just a little less than a month since we last talked about some big happenings in Rocky Mountain Pro. And once again, we got another big event happening, big weekend coming up. So,
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to this event. A little bit different than the SuperCharged we're used to. So I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, and this is going to be the first time that we have previewed SuperCharged on RMP Radio, so great for first, and it's going to be exciting to see this. One thing I always kind of thought, every time I hear SuperCharged, I always kind of go back to do you remember the character, what was her name? Mary Catherine Gallagher from SNL, the superstar.
Oh yeah, superstar.
SuperCharged.
I was also thinking of, we're both around the same age. Also, there was the San Diego Chargers back in the late '70s, early '80s. They had the song the Superchargers. So yeah. So a lot of little pop culture references to that.
Yeah, so true. So let's get into what we do know for the show for this upcoming Thursday. So, in fact, this is going to be great because we're going to be capping the month of November off SuperCharged, and then we're going to start the month of December off going to taping of Charged. So we're going to give the RMP faithful a lot of exciting stuff happening in the next few days.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it's kind of that weird time of the year. People are celebrating the holidays. Things are slowing down a little bit in the wrestling world. But yeah, we're trying to give you that early Christmas present, and then to get you on to the new year. So yeah, it'll be a fun next couple days.
Yeah. So let's get into some of the matches that know are going to happen here on SuperCharged. First and not least, we've got Remy D. He's going to be taking on Mr. Happy. Remy D, of course, has now moved on from CBD and is going on, getting past there, going on his way, and now he's got this matchup for SuperCharged. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, interesting matchup. I think it's a good way for Remy D to kind of move on. As you talked about, he just had a big victory this past Tuesday on Charged against Jake Goldie, just a specimen of athletes. So good way to kind of get things back on track for Remy D. He's got another big opportunity against a very established, this is a guy in Mr. Happy who's very capable in the ring. I think he's very underrated in his in-ring ability because we look at his clown behavior and all the antics, but Mr. Happy can go. So this is a good test for Remy D, and it's also a great opportunity for Mr. Happy, who hasn't quite reached his potential here at Rocky Mountain Pro. He's had some good success, but hasn't had a big signature victory. This would be a big signature victory, and I'm sure it would make the leader of the Freak Show, Sin Bodhi, very happy. So actually, it's going to be a big night for Sin Bodhi's Freak Show tomorrow night. So Mr. Happy can really get things going with a big victory against Remy D. And as we said, Remy D trying to get back kind of in a title picture. We saw an interesting interaction just a week ago with Balaam and Remy D, Lobo Loco Balaam, also trying to kind of get things going for him as well. They were both talking about getting titles and kind of maybe a little affiliation there between those two. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, it definitely looks like both of them are focused and primed to kind of get their careers at Rocky Mountain Pro back on track, get gold. This would be a good way to do it for Remy D.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, you mentioned what I was going to mention too about the Freak Show group with Mr. Happy, Sin, Noel. It's they've got a lot. They got a lot happening on Supercharged coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a big night for them. Noel didn't quite get what she thought she was going to get going into Supercharged. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, still a lot of things that need to be settled for the Freak Show. They'll have their chance tomorrow night. I'm sure Sin is going to be hoping that Mr. Happy kind of kicks things off for the Freak Show in a good way.
Yeah, so true. Any predictions on this? Because this is a toughie.
Yeah, it is a toughie. I would not want to discount Mr. Happy at all, because I think he is a great performer. I think he is very capable. He could pull off this upset, but I think Remy D is now fully focused, got the monkey off his back as far as CBD. And I think that Remy D starts back on his path towards a title, whether that be the Charge or Rocky Mountain Pro. So I got Remy D with the victory, just pulling it off against Mr. Happy.
Yeah, I'm going to concur and agree with you there. I think that after all the happenings with him and CBD, he's got a different type of momentum going and focus on a certain point to get to. So yeah, I definitely agree on that. All right, next up, we should just maybe stay in the Freak Show here. We just talked Noel and Lola are going to face off against each other, and the winner gets a Lockett's title shot. And we saw a lot of this the last few episodes on Charged, on the Charged episodes, and especially at the time of his recording last night, that this came to be. You want to help the listeners fill in a little bit the rest on that?
Yeah, there's a lot to kind of dive into on how we came about this matchup. Originally this was supposed to be Lilith versus Lola Lilith versus Noel for the Lockett's title. Noel had kind of been getting under the skin of Lilith, basically kind of, playing mind games, saying, the reason you lost that title in the first place was because of me. Do you want to lose it again? And, there's been a lot of interactions. And Lilith had some boiled up frustration. And so she accepted to face Noel at Supercharged. But there's always a shady individual that's always got to, put a wrench in the plan. And this shady individual I'm talking about is one Preston Skidmore, POS, that slimy lawyer. He's been working on some things, and he once again used his legal gymnastics, is the best term I can come up with, to get Lola another title shot or another opportunity to get another title shot. Lola's had a few opportunities. She's been trying to get the services once again of Preston. He's kind of been reluctant, but it looks like he did her a favor, got her into this opportunity where she faces Noelle at Supercharged. The winner gets a title shot against Lilith. So Noelle has to be a little disappointed. She thought she was going in with the chance to become champion at Supercharged. Now she only has the opportunity to become the number one contender. And so definitely has to be disappointed. Noelle has really under the tutelage of Sin Bodhi, really developed nicely. She's still kind of this unhinged, psychotic person, but she has learned to kind of control it. It's like sort of like organized chaos now, but she has been able to use that focus it, channel it in the ring, and she's been very successful. In fact, she had a huge victory just this past Tuesday on Charged against the former Lockheads champion, Adrian Mascara. Just really impressive showing. So Noelle looks to be on quite a roll going into this matchup. Lola it's been a roller coaster ride for Lola. She has been, almost to the near top of the Lockheads division, and then she's kind of had some losses that have kind of taken her back down. So it's been an up and down year for Lola. She's been trying everything to get back on the path to become Lockheads champion, and she's done everything but from trying to get Preston to help her out and kind of taking some shortcuts, kind of being out of character. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup at Supercharged with two Lockheads that I think have changed. One, I think, has changed for the better in Noelle. The other one, I'm not so sure if her change in attitude, I'm talking about Lola, if it's going to help her in the long run, because, she's taken some shortcuts. We're going to find out if it's going to pay off for her.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a journey, pun intended, for
yes.
for Lola to, her time in the Lockheads division at Rocky Mountain Pro. Yeah, just like you said, the up and down, and once again, another shot at the being a number one contender for the Lockheads championship here.
Yeah, and I don't know how many more opportunities she's going to get. So this is going to be, I think, maybe one of the most important matches in Lola's career, because if she doesn't win this opportunity, who knows how many more she's going to get with the Lockheads division getting more and more competitive. It's she may not see very many more. So this is she needs to take advantage here.
Yeah. Wager a prediction on this one?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think there's just so much momentum for Noelle. And I really like what I've been seeing in the ring with her just being a little more focused, a little more driven. And I think she pulls this one off. I think she still has that aggressiveness that she needs, but she's learned how to channel it. Give me Noelle to take down Lola and become the number one contender for the Lockheads championship.
Yeah, that's a good point. The Freak Show, Sin, maybe focusing Noelle here and getting a championship under the Freak Show umbrella.
Yes,
very, very cool thing. All right, so next we got here, we've got the tag team champions, Choppa City, Bruce Wayans and Tiba, taking on Smoke and Mirrors. And this is just a regular tag match, is that correct?
Yeah, non-title match, but it's to me, this is a huge opportunity for Smoke and Mirrors. Really, they don't get a lot of opportunities to be on a pay-per-view show too often, and to be able to do it as a tag team against the tag team champions. And if they pull this off, the sky's the limit for Smoke and Mirrors if that happens. So, although non-title, huge opportunity for Cushman and Diamond.
Yeah, and hopefully they've recovered from their camera work that they did on the past episode of Charged.
Yes, yeah. The excellent adventures of Cushman and Diamond. I don't know what to think of that. Very entertaining, but it probably didn't end the way they thought it would, as they were filming some stuff in the back, filming this huge brawl between Sin Bodhi and Damon Ace. Damon Ace didn't take too kindly to them getting filmed and took it out on both Diamond and Cushman, laid them both out. But luckily, the camera was still rolling. We got to see the end of the fight, so it was at least probably a lucky break for them. At least the camera was still rolling. But hopefully they have recovered from that beat down, and they will be at 100% going up against. Not only are they the hottest tag team, of course, they're the tag team champions, Chop City, but man, can you believe the popularity? I mean, we always knew that Bruce Waynes and Atiba, both very popular guys, but we've seen it at Bierstadt. Both you and I, we've seen it everywhere they go. Just everyone with the chop chants and buying all the merch and just these guys are as on fire as any two wrestlers I think I've seen in Rocky Mountain Pro history.
Yeah, so true. I mean, you when it comes to them, 1 + 1, it doesn't equal 2 when it comes to these two. It's an exponential,
yes,
when it comes
to chop all day long with those two. It's they're so fun to watch. The crowd's always behind them. They're just oozing with confidence right now. They've been pretty much unstoppable in the tag team division. We did this show last month previewing Thanksgiving, and I made a mention that they've kind of had a little bit of an easy path, up till that No Thanksgiving with some of their competitors, but then they. Very impressive victory against Untitled, Brew and Echo at No Thanksgiving. And now I think they've kind of proven themselves, and they've done it even in singles matches with tough matches. So, I think now they've proven that it's not just a fluke. They are indeed the real deal as tag team champions.
Right. So true. Your prediction?
There's a part of me that's going to be rooting for Smoke and Mirrors. I really would like to see them get a victory. I can't see it happening against the tag team champions on a big show like this. So I have to go with Chopper City. But, I think Smoke and Mirrors could be very competitive. And, if things pan out in a certain way, maybe they catch Bruce and Atiba off guard, maybe a little too much, exuberance out of the tag team champs, a little too much, pandering to the crowd and all that. They could catch them off guard, and there's a possibility for an upset. So this is in no way a certain lock for Choppa City, but I think they still can keep their composure and defeat Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's you got two former RMP champions in Choppa City, and when you got two competitors teaming up, it is tough to root against them. It is they common goal. We see this happen a lot. We see a lot of champions, individual champions team up into a tag team and are just basically unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is a good example of it. But they've known each other for so long; they've been friends. It's a little bit different dynamic than just a kind of a super team being formed. They already had chemistry, so this is maybe even more dangerous than just putting together two great stars.
Yep. All right. So next, we just talked about this, mentioned this a little bit. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth with the most recent episodes of Charged. We got Sin Bodhi versus Damon Ace, and oh my goodness, what is the match going to be like after what we have seen the last few weeks on Charged? With
oh my goodness, I we watched a what was it, the Carnival Death Match at Shocktober, right?
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough to end this, and they broke out everything. I mean, some of the most dangerous weapons we've ever seen, and have basically almost tried to kill each other. And we've seen this it's been a dangerous environment for people in the back, obviously the talent and cameramen and everybody. It's a dangerous situation. I'm not sure what's going to happen. As far as I know, there's no special stipulation, but if I'm a referee, I don't know that I would want to get too involved in this matchup. You never know what's going to happen. I'd almost be a little hesitant to even try to get in the middle of those two. So the referee, whoever refs this match, might just let them, beat the holy hell out of one another. I'm not sure. Danger Dean might have to come up with something to really kind of simmer this rivalry down, somehow put an end to it, because I have a feeling that's going to escalate to a very dangerous point if it hasn't already. So I really do not know what to expect in this matchup. I can tell you we're not going to have any technical wrestling in this matchup. I can guarantee you that. But besides that, I have no clue what to expect.
Yeah, and additionally, it's to pick a winner for this. Toss up, flip a coin.
Yeah, if you ask me for a winner, I honestly can't give you an honest answer. There might not be a winner. Neither man may be able to walk out afterwards.
Yeah.
So we may not see a winner. I don't know. It's going to be, if you like violence and you like, grudge matches and just all out, maybe, if you're one of those guys that like to go to a bar just to watch a bar fight break out, this is for you. Because this will be like something you would see downtown in the streets of Denver.
Yeah, well, we've already kind of had that.
Yes.
The backside of the back of house of the bar.
Yeah. So, it could get even worse at the Wimmer. So be ready.
Yeah. So also, too, some of the rumblings that we've heard is that Lobo Loco Balaam will be in action. We don't know who against, so there'll be that will be there for the fans to watch in person or on the YouTube channel.
Right. And I don't really know who it is either, but I have hunches. Guess which person doesn't have a match on this card who has a lot of history with Lobo Loco Balaam?
Oh, maybe Echo Busan?
Yes. Very, very astute by you, Mr. Fourth Row. Yes. Obviously, Lobo Loco Balaam, he came back at Shocktober, kind of shocked everyone, especially Echo Busan. Echo did not come out on the winning end that time. You got to think that Echo maybe wants a little payback, and maybe kind of putting his name in as a mystery opponent, playing a little mind games. That's just a possibility. It's just me throwing it out there, but that would be making sense. Or you could never know. We've seen Echo do this before. Maybe he throws the Buffalo at the Lobo Loco, and we get a Buffalo versus a Wolf at SuperCharged.
Yeah, you want to get to me, you got to get through him first.
Yeah, so there's some possibilities there. A lot to think about.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That could be. All right, so the last thing that we know for sure, and we've been seeing this lead up for a while now. We've got the Ignition champion Sergey taking on the Charge champion Briscoe Crown.
Yeah.
This is gonna be, they've been in war against each other for quite a few times now, and this is it. This is leading up to winner taking the Charge championship.
Yeah, yes, and let me start off just by saying how happy I am for both Sergey and Briscoe. To if we would have told you, about a year ago that Briscoe Crown and Sergey would be main eventing a pay-per-view, I think everyone would have thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have gotten themselves into this position at their point in their careers, I think Briscoe was on a path already. Briscoe was already, the trajectory was an upward trajectory. He was kind of working his way. I think we all saw that there was some star potential with Briscoe, and he just was, worked his way up from, being the underdog and pulling off some big victories. Bracket busting all that, and just showing just that huge heart of his, even when he's injured, to come back and still compete. And he's been a great Charge champion so far, and so I think we kind of could see Briscoe getting to that point. But Sergey, I mean, we all have loved Sergey. We've all loved watching him. He's so fun, obviously, in the ring, his antics. But he was kind of that lovable loser at first, and just kind of fumbling his way through his wrestling career. For the first part of his career, had a hard time even getting into the ring, right?
Yeah.
But he kept at it. He kept at it. He was determined to get better, and we've started seeing some progression slowly but surely. Sergey was figuring some things out, and then we figured out some of the secret to Sergey getting hit in the head, and that muffin button getting switched, and he would turn into this wrestling machine. But then now he doesn't even need the muffin button. He's just competent in the ring. He's good, solid wrestler, and he does. He's got a little bit of luck on his side too. It seems like he always is in the right place at the right time, and things have worked out. But he's worked himself to that position, and so I watching Sergey's progression, and then when he won that Ignition title, that was just. One of the greatest moments in Rocky Mountain Pro history to me. I was so elated for Sergey when he did that, and now we've seen these two kind of on a path. Sergey decided, I want more than just the Ignition title. I think I can be more and do more, and he put his sights set on that Charge championship, and won the opportunity for this matchup. He was willing to put that Ignition title up to get this chance, and then he defeated Briscoe Crown at No Thanksgiving, and now we get this tremendous main event. That's I believe it could be match of the year candidate. Really could be. I think these two are capable of having one of those just unforgettable matches that we'll be talking about for a while.
Yeah, and to the point, your point too, what a main event match for the last Supercharged of the year for Rocky Mountain Pro as well.
Yes, and it's only appropriate to me that the Charge Championship will be defended in the main event at Supercharged. Obviously the RMP title, that's the big title, but the Charge Championship has always kind of been the workhorse title, right? And yeah. I think it represents what these two stars are about. They've just been workhorses and working so hard to get better. And it's going to be a very fun match to watch. I'm really, really looking forward to this one.
Yeah. And the tough one. If you think you can pick a winner on this one.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth, and uh, my I love both of them. I think they're both tremendous individuals, not only wrestlers but just great guys. My heart is with Sergey. My heart says Sergey, but my head, and I got to go with my head. I always, I'm a guy that always likes to think first and not try to be too emotional. I have to go with Briscoe. I just think Briscoe is a little bit more polished than Sergey is, and I think that Sergey beating Briscoe at No Thanksgiving, I think, was inadvertently a wake-up call for Briscoe. I think this has refocused Briscoe. Briscoe realizes now, I can't take Sergey lightly. Now Briscoe is going to come in to Supercharged with a clear plan, knowing exactly what to expect. And I think he's going to have a good game plan and execute it. So I've got to give the slightest advantage to Briscoe, but I expect a terrific matchup.
Yeah, and it's a great point because you did mention mention that about Briscoe. We've seen that on the last few episodes of Charged of him talking about the whole situation and exactly what you just said is exactly what he was saying. He is getting focused. He wants to make sure he retains. It looks like to me it looks like he wants to retain this Charged championship.
Yeah, and going to those these videos that we've been seeing of both of them training so hard, the hard work I talked about, was on display. These two have really just been putting in countless hours getting ready for this matchup. So you're definitely going to see the best of both men in this matchup.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. And I'm gonna, man, my heart's actually to both of them. I love both of them. I've interacted with both of them, with everything I do. This is another toss up. I kind of feel that just Sergey may just might not have just the time, and that's the only thing I'm thinking about. So he just doesn't have that much time. So I think Briscoe may just eke this one out.
Right. Well, I must say I'm a little worried that both you and I have pretty much been on the same page in just about every matchup. So that's got me a little worried. But hey, I'll take it.
Yes. Yeah, so true. Yeah, so this is going to be a fun, great event for Rocky Mountain Pro. Of course, we have not had a live show in a while, just because that's just the nature of some scheduling shuffling that we've been doing, which will stay tuned to all the social media channels.
There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. Big news. Yeah, big news coming up in the future. Maybe even might have an announcement this. Tomorrow night on SuperCharged, who knows? But yeah, there will be a big announcement coming down the pipeline for the schedule coming up in 2024. Big stuff happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's getting it tweaked and adjusted almost on a daily basis.
Yeah. And that shows you just how much Rocky Mountain Pro is trying to provide a better product for everyone who loves professional wrestling. Trying to think of ways that can make it better and more, even just give the viewers, the RMP faithful, a better product, more of what they want to see. So yeah, I believe that everyone's going to be excited for what's coming up.
Yeah, so true. And if that wasn't enough foreshadowing, very next night we're going to be doing the Charged tapings.
Yes, Charged tapings are great, and we are back doing them at the Wimmer.
Yeah.
So it was great doing them at Bierstadt. Terrific, obviously great atmosphere down there. But it can get a little rowdy, and also, it is a 21 and up crowd. So coming back to of the Wimmer gives an opportunity for the whole family to be there. And, so, and kind of in the comfort of the Wimmer, there's, the seating's a little more comfortable, a little more room to breathe and everything. So still going to have that electric atmosphere, but in the comfort of our home, the Wimmer Arena.
Yeah. And just to kind of maybe give a little tease to the listeners about that, of course, we're still going to be at Beerstadt, but Charged is going to be exciting and new, and you don't want to miss this Friday. Just leading up to what this is going to be and into the new year.
Yeah, coming up. Yeah, we're going to have a taping of 4 episodes of Charged. And leading up to the new year, there's going to be a lot of interesting things that are going to be happening with the wrestlers. We've got another big pay-per-view in about 2 months, Aces Wild. So there's going to be a lot of build up to that. I suggest if you are in the Denver area and, come out to SuperCharged Thursday night, but also you do not want to miss the Charge tapings on Friday. So we got Thursday and Friday. Still leaves you clear for whatever you want to do on Saturday and Sunday. So gives you an opportunity to kind of get your weekend started early and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. And, like we also should say too, when you attend the Charge tapings, you get to see what's going to happen before anybody else, before it gets cut up into individual episodes for the viewing on YouTube.
Yeah, you can kind of tease your friends that what happened before they'll know, but you gotta promise to keep your lips zipped. No spoilers. If they didn't come out to the show, they don't deserve to know what happened. So. We'll keep it a secret just between us, us and the listeners.
True. So let's remind the listeners, everybody listening, get tickets for SuperCharged and for Charged, rmpwrestling.com. Click on that events link right there. You can purchase tickets as simple as clicking on that. Follow your favorite Rocky Mountain Pro superstars, your wrestlers, your commentating team, the etc. Anybody involved. Check to see if they maybe have a code. You can get 10% off your tickets.
Special link also helps out the wrestlers as well. So definitely do that. I know a lot of wrestlers are posting stuff daily, so no excuse not to know what's going on.
Yeah, and of course. Save a little money on your tickets and enjoy the RMP experience this upcoming SuperCharged weekend, as we are dubbing it.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. And we're even going to we're going to have a special post edition of the Rocky Mountain Pro Rewind and Super Recharged on the Dudes and Belts on our Twitch channel this Sunday as well. So if you want to kind of get a double dose of not only old school Rocky Mountain Pro action, NRW action actually, and then also get our thoughts on what happened at SuperCharged. Make sure you tune in 7:00 Mountain Now time on our Twitch channel, Rocky Mountain Pro, to catch Johnny Deathdrop, Maki Pins, Coastal Crusader, and myself this Sunday.
True. All right. Well, Lucas, I think that's a great place to put a nice purple bow on this episode of RMP Radio. Of course, as always, people wanted to keep up with you out there on the interwebs and the social media. Where could they do that?
You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, Lucas Bradwell, or on X at RMP Encyclopedia. And of course, you can always chat with me on Twitch when I'm on with the Dudes and Belts. And also, I'll more than likely be doing the pre-show tomorrow night. So if you want to hop on our YouTube channel, we'll interact with you there as well. So
yeah, and our pre-show is going to be when tomorrow.
Yeah, I think 6 o'clock Mountain Time, and then the main show starts at 7. So
yeah, so there you go. Yeah, exactly. So that'll be if you're not attending in person, but we'd like if you can.
If you're not able to come to the show, don't forget that tier 2 subscription on YouTube, $9.99, will get you a month's worth of not only will it get you the pay-per-views Supercharged, but you can go back and watch older pay-per-views on our YouTube channel as well. So, and that'll last for a month. So a lot of perks there.
Exactly. All right. Well, once again, Lucas, thank you for coming on, and I will be seeing you this Supercharged weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Once again, a big, huge thank you to Lucas Bradwell for coming on to RMP Radio and help previewing Supercharged, upcoming here in just a short amount of time. It's the first time we've done, like you said, a preview for Supercharged, and this one's going to be a fantastic one. It is the last one for the year, so I hope to see a lot of you in the area come out and enjoy professional wrestling. Of course, if you cannot, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rocky Mountain Pro. Get that $9.99 membership, and you can watch along as it happens. And then remember, the very next night we'll be recording the next episodes of Charged, and the only way you're going to see them that quickly is by being in attendance. So rmpwrestling.com, click on that events link, and you'll get those links right there to purchase tickets. And like I said, follow your favorite Rocky Mountain Pro superstars, your commentators, your podcaster, your merch table, your referees, everybody out there. If you are following them, they do have that 10% off code of tickets, help you save a little bit of money, and that's just one of the great perks that we like to give you for supporting us. Now, speaking of supporting us, I would be amiss if I do want to remind you, support your Rocky Mountain Pro superstars by visiting the merch stand at each and every one of the shows, all the shows that they are attending. Of course, at the Women Arena down at the merch stand, come visit me. I've got a lot of specials happening. Make sure you are following me, especially on the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebook. I'm putting those out there. I will have a lot of deals trying to give you some good ideas for the maybe some Christmas presents for the wrestling fan in your life. So lots of things to choose from. Of course, remind you, do follow Rocky Mountain Pro out there on the interwebs. Everything is RMP Wrestling on the Instagram, the X, the Twitter, whichever way you prefer to call it, and then of course on Facebook. And then of course follow us on youtube.com/Rocky Mountain Pro. That's where our shows are at. Subscribe on twitch.tv, I should say, Rocky Mountain Pro. You'll get those review shows that Lucas was talking about, and any kind of support you guys can give to us, we do greatly appreciate it. All right, well, if you want to help support the show directly, RMP Radio, I do have shirts on hand. Of course, my pro wrestling tees, as well as, of course, the wrestlers have pro wrestling tees, brainbuster tees, and the such. Do just follow out there on the social medias. They put those out there. If you need any help on that, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm very easy to find. I respond to all my messages when I can, of course, that when you do send those in, and I'm more than happy to help you out on anything that you do need. Once again, thank you for listening to this edition of RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated.